A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. It is better to be silent than to dispute with the ignorant. Do not go to bed until you have gone over the day 3 times in your mind. What wrong did I do? What good did I accomplish? What did I forget to do? Don't try to cover your mistakes with false words. Rather, correct your mistakes with examination. Learn to be silent. Let your quiet mind listen and absorb. The soul of man is divided into 3 parts: intelligence, reason, and passion. Intelligence and passion are possessed by other animals, but reason by man alone. The highest goal of music is to connect one's soul to their divine nature, not entertainment. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. The wise man should be prepared for everything that does not lie within his control. Numbers have a way of taking a man by the hand and leading him down the path of reason. Love that shines from within cannot be darkened by obstacles of the world of consequences. You should make great things, not promising great things. None can be free who is a slave to and ruled by his passions. If you have a wounded heart, touch it as little as you would an injured eye. There are only 2 remedies for the suffering of the soul: hope and patience. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. The experience of life in a finite, limited body is specifically for the purpose of discovering and manifesting supernatural existence. Know thyself, and thou wilt know the universe. Lust weakens both body and mind. If you're asked, what is the silence? Respond. It is the first stone of the wisdom's temple. Respect yourself. The rest will follow. The stars in the heavens sing a music, if only we had ears to hear. Evolution is the law of life. Number is the law of the universe. Unity is the law of God. Hate and fear breed a poison in the blood, which if continued, affects eyes, ears, nose, and the organs of digestion. Therefore, it is not wise to hear and remember the unkind things others might say about you. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. Concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. Declining from the public ways, walk in unfrequented paths. Write in the sand the flaws of your friend. There are in woman's eyes 2 sorts of tears, the one of grief, the other of deceit. We come from God, as the tree from the root and the stream from the spring. That's why we should always be in contact with Him as the trunk from the root. Because the stream dries up when it is separated from the spring, and the tree dies when it is uprooted. Each celestial body, in fact each and every atom, produces a particular sound on account of its movement, its rhythm or vibration. All these sounds and vibrations form a universal harmony in which each element, while having its own function and character, contributes to the whole. As long as man continues to be the ruthless destroyer of lower living beings, he will never know health or peace. For as long as men massacre animals, they will kill each other. There is no word or action, but has its echo in eternity. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Most men and women, by birth or nature, lack the means to advance in wealth or power. But all have the ability to advance in knowledge. Friends are as companions on a journey, who ought to aid each other to persevere in the road to a happier life. God built the universe on numbers. No man is free who cannot control himself. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. Friendship is one soul in two bodies. You should help a man to take up a burden, but you should not help him put it back down. Some are slaves of ambition or money, but others are interested in understanding life itself. These give themselves the name of philosophers, and they value the contemplation and discovery of nature beyond all other pursuits. Let no one persuade you by word or deed to do or say whatever is not best for you. Every man has been made by God in order to acquire knowledge and contemplate. There's geometry in the humming of the strings. There's music in the spacing of the spheres. Practice justice in word and deed, and do not get in the habit of acting thoughtlessly about anything. Choose always the way that seems the best, however rough it may be. Custom will soon render it easy and agreeable. Learn silence. With the quiet serenity of a meditative mind, listen, absorb, transcribe, and transform. Better be mute than dispute with the ignorant. Wisdom, thoroughly learned, will never be forgotten. Know that death comes to everyone, and that wealth will sometimes be acquired, sometimes lost. Whatever griefs mortals suffer by divine chance, whatever destiny you have, endure it and do not complain. But it is right to improve it as much as you can, and remember this: fate does not give very many of these griefs to good people. Do not talk a little on many subjects, but much on a few. Strength of mind rests in sobriety, for this keeps your reason unclouded by passion. Truth is so great a perfection that if God would render himself visible to men, he would choose light for his body and truth for his soul. To cognize the divine essence, this is the highest purpose of soul, sent by the Creator to the earth. Do not even think of doing what ought not to be done. Consider before acting, to avoid foolishness. It is the worthless man who speaks and acts thoughtlessly. Geometry is knowledge of the eternally existent. Above all things, respect yourself. A blow from your friend is better than a kiss from your enemy. It is only necessary to make war with 5 things: with the maladies of the body, the ignorances of the mind, with the passions of the body, with the seditions of the city, and the discords of families. So in life, some enter the services of fame, and others money. But the best choice is that of those few who spend their time in the contemplation of nature, and as lovers of wisdom. Wealth is a weak anchor, and glory cannot support a man. This is the law of God, that virtue only is firm and cannot be shaken by a tempest. Number is the within of all things. Astonishing, everything is intelligent. Envy has been, is, and shall be the destruction of many. What is there that envy hath not defamed, or malice left undefiled? Truly, no good thing. A thought is an idea in transit. Souls never die, but always on quitting one abode pass to another. All things change, nothing perishes. The soul passes hither and thither, occupying now this body, now that. As a wax is stamped with certain figures, then melted, then stamped anew with others, yet it is always the same wax. So the soul being always the same, yet wears at different times different forms. I would have to say, the probability of us dying seems extremely high. Animals share with us the privilege of having a soul. I would have to say the probability of us dying seems extremely high. Allow not sleep to close your eyes before 3 times reflecting on your actions of the day. What deeds done well, what not, what left undone. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun, and the sea. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more inspiring content.